Hello guys, Matt here and welcome to my fragrance obsession. So tonight is another relaxing, chilled out, pretty laid back sort of mood for me. And the fragrance I'm actually going to be reviewing tonight is another masterpiece from the amazing house of Balenciaga. But before I go into this fragrance, I actually just want to show you the fragrance that I'm wearing right now tonight. This is a fragrance called Pour Homme. I have actually reviewed this fragrance, you can find it in my channel. This is a gorgeous fragrance. It's actually one of the most unpopular of fragrances from the house of Christian Dior. I mean, fragrances like Fahrenheit and Dior Homme, they're like top of the range for the company. But Pour Homme is one of the most unpopular ones, and I actually really like this. I think it's beautiful and it's a very luxurious scent. Back to this review though, we are going to be talking about a fragrance which is actually designed after the creator or the founder of the house of Balenciaga Pour Homme, the one and only Cristobal Balenciaga. Well, this fragrance is yet again another sample which I got off my good friend Travis from Zenobia Scents. Thank you very much again. This blew my mind the first time I ever smelt it. This is a fragrance called Cristobal Pour Homme by Balenciaga, and this fragrance came out in the year 2000. So, like I said before guys, this fragrance just completely blew my mind. I mean, there was a lot of samples. He sent me 10 samples, and this was one of them which really impressed me the first time I smelled it. It just had this very unique, very sweet, very sensual sort of smell to it, and every time I smell it, I'm just blown away, truly. So, I'm actually going to spray a little bit here already. Actually, before I do anything else, see if I can still smell it. Because earlier today, I think it was around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I sprayed it on my hand, and I've had a shower already, and I can still smell it really strongly. It's crazy. But I am going to top it up, so here we go. There we go. So this fragrance came out in 2000, and it's actually the last men's release from the whole company. So it's been 16 years since Balenciaga. Oh, you can smell it. My goodness. Oh, beautiful. So yeah, it's one of like the last fragrances released from the company. Crazy. I mean, if you go into a usual department store and you go to the Balenciaga sort of shelf, you'll see mostly women's scents. There's no other men's scents. I mean, I've heard so many good things about a lot of the scents. I mean, one of my subscribers was actually talking about purchasing an older fragrance from Balenciaga called Homme, and he was deciding on whether to go from Homme to Homme Club. You know, both amazing fragrances apparently. I've never smelt them, but Balenciaga Pour Homme, right in my cabinet, right on my shelf, just here. Masterpiece, beautiful. This fragrance, my God, gorgeous. Oh my God, what a scent this is. Like, as soon as you smell it, the first thing you smell is this very sweet, very ripe orange smell. It's more like a bergamot though, but it's very bright and it's very zesty. So nice. It's really luxurious. Like, that's the main thing about it. Very high quality, and it sticks to your skin. Like, honestly, like, before I sprayed it, I could not believe I could still smell it. That's just crazy. Like, I know it happens to it. I've got a few fragrances actually in my collection that do that. Like, if I spray it on my skin and I have a shower. Kouros is one of them. Balenciaga Pour Homme is actually one of them. And Lapidus Pour Homme. But this one's doing the same thing. Like, crazy. It's just so nice. Like, it's just got the most nicest vibe I could ask for, seriously, in a fragrance. So, you do get that bergamot, but then underneath we're starting to get more kind of leathery tones. So I am getting like a leather note, but it's very syrupy. Like, it's kind of like, imagine like a very sweet syrup with a kind of leather vibe. Just, you know, it's kind of got that kind of take. But I'm also starting to get, now in the notes it's actually listed that it's got tea and coffee in the middle. And you can smell that. Mostly the tea though. I don't really get like a coffee note with this, but the tea's really strong. It's very romantic. Like, that's the one thing that comes to mind with this scent. Very high quality, very romantic, very classy scent. Like, really classy. I think it's probably the classiest scent that I have in my whole collection now. If you count Jai pour Homme by Boucheron, it's kind of on the same levels as in terms of class. But because like whenever I think of elegance, I think of class as the next level. So, you know, it's just so classy, guys. Like, seriously. Beautiful. Like, I remember my reaction when I first smelled this was just like, oh my god, because it was like, and even now, oh, beautiful. So yeah, it is very nice, and apparently there's also tobacco in this scent. I am getting a little bit of a tobacco, but I think once the dry down comes in, I will start to get the tobacco. So if I don't shower and I leave this on my skin pretty much for hours, I probably will get the tobacco, but so far, I'm really liking the scent as it is. It's got that bergamot. It's also got that kind of tea note in there, and the leather. It's really, really, really nice. It's just unique. And whenever I think of unique, I think of this, and I think of Balenciaga Pour Homme. And I'll tell you something. The guy who created this, Gerard Anthony, he's the one who was also responsible for making Azzaro Pour Homme. He is a genius. He is an absolute genius. And I've looked on base notes, and actually shows you all the fragrances that different perfumers have made over the years. And he has not made a lot of fragrances. He made this Balenciaga Pour Homme, and he's also made Azzaro Pour Homme, like I said before, but also Excess by Paco Rabanne. I did not know that, because I love the smell of Excess by Paco Rabanne. It's a beautiful fragrance. I will actually be getting some of that soon. But if anything, I want a bottle of this. I looked online and there's a 100ml bottle on eBay going for £59, and I'm actually thinking about getting it soon. Brilliant price, considering a lot of other prices for it are like in the hundreds. Great price, great value, but like, it's just so nice, guys. It's really, really comfortable and very romantic, guys. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really hope you've enjoyed this episode of my fragrance obsession. Let me know what you guys think of this fragrance, if you've smelt it before, and yeah. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I cannot thank you enough, and thank you very much to Zenobia Scents yet again for this gem that you've sent me. Really, really like this fragrance, and I really appreciate it. So thank you so much, guys. You guys are awesome. Keep smelling good, and bye-bye for now.